Hi guys, I want to show you a side project that I've been working on for KSP. It's a automatic version control system for your craft and save files. It basically tracks any changes that you make to a craft file and tracks the history of your quicksave and autosave files. It runs as a web server on your KSP machine, and so you can access it from any device that's got a browser that's on your local area network. So I'm recording KSP on my main machine, and I've got a browser up on my laptop with the interface in it. It can track multiple numbers of KSP installs. So here it's got my two current installs, which are my main stock one and stock lab, which is just my testing version. And all you need to do is tell it where KSP is installed. So I'm going to go into the stock lab one. So it goes and finds the campaigns that you have in that install and finds the flags for them and tells you how many craft from each one. And if we click on going to the air career one, and I'm going to load that up in KSP as well. Then it comes up with a list of the craft that you have in that campaign. This campaign just has SPH craft in it. I'll show you one with VAB craft in a mo. And then at the top it has this current project, which is the last craft that you were working on. So I'm going to go into the SPH and load that one up. It's one of my little SSTOs. So we're going to make a few changes to this craft without really. These are just daft changes, which I expect will not work out well. I'm going to put some bits in some awkward to get at places. And just, random stuff all over the place. So you had a nice craft, you've made some changes, you hit save. And the interface will detect that the craft file has changed, and it says untracked recent changes. So these are changes that are not yet in version control, and it will automatically add them to the next version as soon as you hit launch. You can also write some notes about the changes that you make as you go. So I'll write something here. And I'm going to hit launch. And so it'll detect that the persistent file has changed, and that takes it a few seconds because it's not always watching the persistent file. It checks every 10 seconds. So when it's realized the persistent file has changed, this will change and it'll show it as version 9. It's currently on version 8. So there, it's changed. So this craft is now version 9 committed. So I'm just going to launch it. I don't expect it to fly very well now. Oh, okay. It still flies quite well. Okay, no it doesn't. So clearly we don't like those changes we just made. So we'll go back to the SPH. And now you could manually go and pick everything off, but we'll go back to here and we'll just click version 8 and say revert, and then I go back to KSP and load the craft file again, and it's back to how it was before we made all those daft changes. So it tracks every single time you launch a craft that you've made changes. It'll track that as a new version. Now it currently says that it's got untracked changes. It's version 9 plus untracked changes. Those changes are the changes that you could have done manually to pick all those parts off again. So when I next hit launch, it'll automatically track those, or I can hit commit save now, and that will create a new version. So now it's version 10. Version 9 was the one where we added the daft changes, so nothing gets thrown away, so you can go back to, so if we want to actually go back to the changes that we made, I can say load version 9, and then reload the craft file in KSP, and there it is, back to the horrible state that we changed it to. But obviously I don't want that, so I'm going to hit version 10 again. And so now it's giving me a warning that there's untracked changes that will be lost because those haven't been committed, but that's fine because we don't want those changes again. And I'll reload it, and back to how it was. Now the other thing it does is it'll track, it'll allow you to recover deleted craft. So if we go and delete this craft in KSP, it doesn't matter how you delete it. You can delete it from the interface, or you can delete it from KSP, or you can just manually delete the file. It doesn't matter. So that craft is being deleted, not in KSP anymore. And if I reload the page, it doesn't appear here anymore. Oh no, I've lost my craft. Or I can just click show deleted craft, and there it reappears. I can click on it, and I can hit recover, and then in KSP it will have reappeared. There it is, and it'll reappear to the version that it was when you deleted it. So that's basically what it does from the craft tracking point of view. It tracks every single time you launch a craft that's different. So you can go back to how your craft was at each of its launches during testing, either because you've messed it up, or KSP did something horrible, or maybe you just want to go back and see how you had it a few versions ago. So the other thing it does is it tracks quick saves and autosaves. So I'm just going to take this up into orbit quickly, and I'll show you what it does with quick saves and autosaves. So now I'm in orbit, I'm going to hit quicksave, and in a few moments the interface will change to show that it's detected a new quicksave, and the current project bit will be replaced with the saves display. So there, it's switched now. So you can see there's the current quicksave made 8 seconds ago and my previous quicksaves from yesterday. So I'm now going to just raise the orbit. Whoops. Overshot. Never mind. This isn't rocket science. Oh, wait. Now I can make notes about the quick saves as I go as well, so I actually meant to write a note on the previous one, which was just in LKO. And now I've changed to a different orbit. I'm going to quick save again. And there, it's detected a new quick save, and I'll add a note about that one as well. So now if I want to go back to a previous quick save, I can just, so if we hit F9 now, it'll just load, obviously just load up the last quick save, which is in the higher orbit. So if we want to go back to the previous one, we can just click restore here. Click OK. And then I hit F9 in KSP. And now I'm back to being at the lower orbit again. And it'll also be tracking the persistent files as well. And I didn't do a quick save on the ascent, but it would have auto-saved as soon as I got out of the atmosphere. And that was about 3 minutes ago. So I can restore this autosave. Now the game doesn't allow you to fiddle with the autosave file while you're in game. You have to quit back out to the main menu. But what this allows you to do is you can revert the autosave and replace the quick save with it. So if I select revert as quick save as well and hit OK, and now when I hit F9 in KSP, I will have reloaded that autosave as if it was a quick save, and we're back on the ascent path. So it allows you to treat your autosaves a bit more like they were quick saves. So I'm going to reload the quick save where I was in LKO. It's now back in the low orbit again. And take her in for a landing. So yeah, it's still got a few issues. Its main issue is it's a bit sluggish on the interface. I'm a Linux programmer, and this is kind of the first thing I've developed to run on a Windows platform. This thing runs ridiculously fast under Linux and is really sluggish under Windows. I haven't yet tested it with the Linux version of KSP. Although I am primarily a Linux guy, I've stayed away from the Linux KSP simply because, as it is, I have to restart my machine before I can exit work and go and play KSP. If I've got KSP in my work environment, I'll be doomed. That'll be the end of my work. I'll constantly be going, oh, I could just go and try something quickly. 3 hours later. So yeah, I quite like trying being the operative word, to land in IVA mode. Bit high, we better put the wheels down. Level out. Too much. I think I just blew my engines up. Lost the rocket engine off the back. Never mind, we landed. So, one more thing to show you with this. So in this campaign, I don't have any VAB craft at all. I've got VAB craft in my other campaign. So if I go into this one, so we'll go into the VAB in here. So this is a campaign that's got more VAB rockets than space planes, and I think that one has got parts that will work. So there's literally nothing in here. But I can say move or copy, and then it lists all the campaigns that I've got in all the different installs. So if I want to copy a craft into the air career campaign, I can either move it or copy it. We'll say copy, and there it is. So this was actually the second craft I built for my rocket career. Landed on both Minus and Mun. And yeah, so that's kind of it. I'm going to get some people to help test it. I hope to have it as something that I can release for you guys before too long. I'm currently I'm trying to move house, and I've also started a new project at work, so life has been a little hectic recently, so sorry for the lack of any new content recently. Hopefully once I'm in my new place, then I'll have a bit more headspace to actually do some proper kerbling again. Got big plans for Dres. Anyway, take care guys, and catch you later. Bye.